Hello, once again, fellow YouTubers. In today's video, one of them, I am going to talk about more magical experiences having to do with music. And the place where I am recording these videos is in the downtown Salt Lake City Public Library. Here. Hold on, let me see. It's hard to see because the sun's so bright, but yeah, that's it right there. But anyways, this is where I do the thing called the Tai Chi. They give out free cigarettes afterwards. But I want to kind of talk a little bit quieter this time because we don't want basement people to hear what balcony people know, like me. Now, remember what I said in another video. The older that I got, the more that rich people took interest in me, and some of these towns could see what's in my poker hand, or they heard about it. And anyways, and some of these towns would know I'm coming well in advance before I show up, and they'll mirror back certain things I've said or done previously, or they'll mirror back what I know. Now, at this downtown public library, they were working on remodeling the roof, because that's on the top of the building. It's a balcony rooftop. There's a book in this downtown public library here in Salt Lake City, which is the worst city I've ever been. They are remodeling that rooftop balcony for me because they know that I'm a balcony person, and they've kicked me out of that library for some total fucking bullshit. So, you know, the mood all changed after that, and it's not gonna go back to the way it was. And I'm not representing for the city, as you all know. This is the top city I misrepresent for. But let me get to the point here. When I was on probation in Montana, this was like in 2014 or 2015. I believe it was 2015, and I'm staying at this sober living house, which I don't have problems with addictions. It's just housing is scarce in that town. That was Helena, Montana, and I go to the library and I find two books. One is called Signals, and the other one is called Signs of the Dove. And it's in one of those books, it says that God will keep on showing you signs from above, indicating to you what your calling is to do, until you finally realize what your calling is to do. And that book called Live Your Calling, which talks about either basement people or balcony people, which is at this downtown public library, it says that God does not call the equipped, but He equips the called. And I know from my own experience that once God thoroughly equipped me for the callings He wanted me to do within my mission to do on this earth, after he equipped me for that, then it was like it seemed like for instance, you know that saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Well, from my experience, when you're equipped to live your calling, then God will tell you what your calling is to do. At least that's what I can tell from my own experience. Now, back at that time, I had no idea that I was experiencing these things that were officially called synchronicities. I had no idea that synchronicities are a sign of a high vibration and that you're on the right path. I had no idea that synchronicities are signs that you're going through a spiritual awakening. I had no idea I was actually going through a spiritual awakening, because no church, no preacher, no saint, no teacher, no one from school, my parents, nobody taught me what I was going through. I tried to find out what I was going through from and I read both those books from cover to cover, and they didn't even tell me about synchronicities or going through a spiritual awakening. But right after I read both those books from cover to cover, I'm up late at night at that sober living house, trying to find something to watch on TV, and I find this movie. And by the way, so right at exactly 10:50 on the dot, not a minute before or after, but right at that time, 10:50 p.m. on the dot, I find the movie, and I go right to the movie, and it's called A Pretty Baby. And this is a movie where the settings of it took place in New Orleans, back in the 1920s, 30s, or 40s. And this was of an actor named Julia Roberts, and this was like when she was like around 12 years old, and she was a prostitute back then, you know what I'm saying? So right when I start to play this movie, when it starts at exactly 10:50 p.m. on the dot, then I look outside. I look around to notice, because probably like all the people in that house except for one unjustly used children as verbal abuse, and so I'm making sure nobody knows the movie that I'm watching, and it's not illegal, otherwise they wouldn't have made the movie, you know what I'm saying? But and it's of a 12-year-old prostitute. That was psychology back then, and now we're in Psychology Today, as the magazine is called, where all kinds of fucking washed up drug dealers unjustly use children as verbal abuse. But anyways, so and then this happened again, where I'm trying to find something to watch, and it starts raining again right at 10:50 p.m. and I find that movie again. Now remember, in a previous video, when I indicated that when I was going through the beginning of my spiritual awakening, the very first synchronicities I experienced was like 3 of them into one. And I was in Boulder, Colorado, debating in my mind whether or not I wanted to hitchhike from Boulder to Netherlands, because that's like the easiest to catch a ride while hitchhiking. It's the easiest to hitchhike there than any other state, any other region in the U.S. I know that from my own experience, and plus somebody told me that who claimed he read it in the High Times magazine. And so it's late at night, so I don't get me wrong, I only try for a little bit of time to catch a ride, and I don't catch a ride. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go to the nearest city bus stop and wait for the bus. My transfer city bus ticket. Okay. So right when I walk up to the city bus stop, that's one synchronicity. That's at exactly 10 p.m. on the dot. That's one synchronicity. And then the bus just pulls up. That's another synchronicity. And my transfer ticket just expires. It says 10:50 on the dot on my Virgin mobile cell phone. And when I go on the bus, in the top front of the inside of the bus, it says exactly 10:50 p.m. And I just thought that was really odd. That was the first, not just one, but a few synchronicities I've experienced. And so so that was when I didn't even know what I was going through. And after I got released from being locked up in Montana, I learned all three of those things: signs of a high vibration, that you're going through a spiritual awakening, and that you're on the right path. Can be synchronicities. And it was a few weeks ago, a few weeks ago. I'm flipping through YouTube music videos. I decide to try to find I think it was like that song Faded by Alan Walker, but I tried to find a remix, a version, which I did. And it was like late at night, and then it said like on the cover art of the video, cause some music videos on YouTube will play different things throughout the video, but this wasn't actually a visual video. It just had that cover art that was showing the whole time. And right when I played that, it was exactly 10:50 p.m. on the dot. But not only that, this is the puzzle that links the whole picture. Cause I was like, oh, okay, God, okay, why are you showing me this? I don't believe in child prostitution, you know what I'm saying? Cause my intentions are legit. But it said on the cover art, love you forever. It said on that video, love you forever, and it had a picture of a girl on it. Okay, so that was all she wrote at that point, and that pretty much made that point, you know what I'm saying? And put that final puzzle piece within that part of that puzzle as this puzzle of life. Its picture is getting more and more vivid, and that's all for this video. And I'll make another one later today, maybe some more. But then again, I want to pace myself with the content I'm putting out, because. But anyways, I'll probably post that video later today of when I talking about when I stole the ambulance. I pulled that shit off better than fucking James Bond and Houdini combined, dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna tell anybody, oh no, don't try this at home. Fuck no, dude. I'm gonna tell you every single thing that I put into play, from my critical thinking knowledge to my own experience, to tell you all how to do the same exact shit if you so choose to do so. So till next time, which is in a short amount of time from now. Bye for now. Peace out.